I would like to. Oh, okay, okay. So
Oh,
this
there
is a
she
different
is.
set than what I saw queued on stream. But we are going to get Fawn here versus Ryuko Sensei. Okay, so this is going to be an awesome set. I can say that right now.
Oh, there she is. I can say this, 'cause I'm in New York. She might live in New Jersey, right? But we still claim her as New York. Just so y'all know, just so all the Jersey people know, we still claim Bugs, Fawn, excuse me, for New York. I'm just saying. But this, like you said, you predicted absolutely correctly. This is going to be an absolutely insane match. I can't really see people going crazy. We have Sensei coming up here. We have Fawn also coming up here. Fawn playing a plethora of characters. Only recently, event I was at, recently getting second place at the Do Good trans charity event we held over at Waypoint Cafe in New York City a couple weeks ago. Getting second to Mr. E's Lucina. Now, this is gonna be so good. We have Sensei coming in on the snake. We have Fawn going straight in, no silly business. We're going back with the duck hunt on small battlefield. Starting off strong is the cans into the grab, into the forward throw. Boom! Now you're off stage.
Absolutely, Boom is the name of the game in this set. We are going to see an extreme war of attrition between the two, from Fawn's utilization of the cans and the clay pigeons in order to set up versus Ryuko Sensei's utilization of his grenades, Nikita, and such in order to get as much damage as he can. However, it is Ryuko Sensei right now who is finding himself in disadvantage, needing to air dodge just to get back to stage versus Fawn and being greeted by a wave of ammunition.
Speaking of ammunition, those cannon beans are not just for a show. They are there to explode right in your face, as it does on that top platform for Sensei. So you can kind of see him struggling a tiny bit against this duck hunt. We do find the last.
That's gonna be the stock there.
Yeah, you're right. That is gonna be the stock because the cans are just crazy. But the C9 is planted on the floor here on the leftmost side of the platform of the main stage. Now we are gonna be seeing these clay pigeons make a little bit of a combo start. Not gonna have too much too much value for Fawn, but she is still gonna be taking these trade-offs with these cans over and over again. Now, good down tilt coming in from Sensei, and now we can kind of start positioning for these grenades and these Nikitas, ideally against this duck hunt.
Yeah, absolutely. The way that she's able to follow here with these up airs. However, she is going to lose the stock there to Sensei as he's able to sort of establish some of his grenade. Was that a grenade? I did not actually see.
We'll say it was a grenade. It was some sort of explosive
Okay.
that came
Yeah.
out. That you're completely fine. He has a big plethora of ammunition in that back pocket of Snake, but otherwise, with Sensei being 100%, this is still looking a little bit nefarious. We do get a little bit of that hit from the gunman into the upper connection from Fawn, and now we are going to be shooting off the extra damage from these cans because Sensei cannot afford to get any more damage put onto himself. He is a little bit of a heavier character and will survive a little bit longer than most characters will against Duck Hunt, but otherwise, you still don't want to go take these trade-offs whatsoever. We do get rid of the gunman, we do take an unfavorable trade with the frame 1 can trade-off, and then we run up and get that up air from Fawn. So they're at a really good spot here, 2 stocks to Sensei's 1.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw Sensei go for the up air earlier. However, it was Fawn's up air who was able to take the stock as she's just kind of tearing through this set. While she's getting a lot of damage, she is like putting even more damage onto Sensei as he's sort of struggling to find his openings here. She's just kind of beating out any possible solution he can find.
Oh, you saw
okay.
kind of like air dodge towards the platform so you can land a bit safer, but that was what Fawn was looking for. Now, there's a reversal. Here's a taste of your own medicine. Goes for the can, up to the can, it hits Fawn right in the face and takes that second stock away from them. Now we will have one stock to 1 stock apiece. However, Sensei needs to find a way to kind of trap Fawn into his own game plan because otherwise her whole game plan is just for set play, go for these cans, go for back throw into can, go for these up airs. Duck Hunt arguably having one of the best ones in the game. So Sensei needs to be really careful. Goes for the dash in. You see how it gets interrupted though? That's the most frustrating part, I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting to see like the trajectory of these different projectiles and where they are sending Sensei. So it's up to Fawn to like sort of determine where they're gonna go if she wants to really be able to punish effectively.
I am trying to see if there is a C4 on the ground anywhere. I don't really see one at the moment, but mind you, there's a lot of visual clutter. Excuse me, happening on the screen here. But speaking of visual clutter, get exploded on. there goes Fawn taking the first game 1-0 so far in the series. Very nicely done, but I have to say it was very back and forth. Near that end, it kind of got a little bit more scrambly than I think either of them really wanted. So it came down to the fact that, yeah, then we got double clay vision. Oh, this is the stock right here, but we got the double clay vision into this can right here. This was a really good reversal from a little a gotcha moment from Sensei.
No, absolutely. And here the way that Sensei was able to sort of send the can right back into Fawn's direction, utilizing the dash attack. And then here, oh, it looks like he got blown up with the can right there. That was the stock that was the thing that did him in. But here we're going to see the way that these two are able to sort of battle it out once again in their war of attrition. And it is Fawn who is taking the lead with a pretty, sure 76% here versus Sensei.
113%, in fact, against Sensei. And now back to 0%. Very nicely done from Fawn here. And again, the set play that they're able to utilize against Snake, kind of impressive, I must say, but Sensei really hasn't had a chance to breathe in this matchup.
Yeah, a lot of the damage that Fawn has taken so far has just been via some of the projectiles rather than Sensei able to get any real combos going yet. And he's finding himself in disadvantage a lot, and there is Fawn hitting him straight out of the cipher and taking that stock.
Nah, there needs to be a camera where you can see Caster's face, because my face, whoa, that was just confidence. That was just full confidence from Fawn there, as she's just really in the zone. I mean, you can see her going for these crazy kills and goes for the spike. Easy peasy cleanup for Fawn. Nice little 3-stock. But I mean, again, the return of Sensei is something that is very, very much appreciated all around. Very much a big welcome back. I must say, really good to see him back here.
Absolutely. Just to just to say this, Momo was just texting me the return of my glorious King Sensei.
Holy Momo mentioned.
Momo on the microphone mentioned. Anyways, hats off to Fawn here. She just played a really excellent game, the way that she was able to really set the pace and then rack on damage and just continue to do so. Just very oppressive pummeling from her this entire set. So they played an awesome game. Just really, really great character knowledge as well here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, ᶠᵃ is already a really interesting character to play into. If you're not really too aware of what we're looking for, you have the gunman, you have the 2 frame 1 options that ᶠᵃ has at their disposal, and then you have some really good aerial techniques like that up air first, that really does catch a lot of people off guard. Yeah, Sensei's gonna struggle a little bit here. Oh, well, now we explore our own grenade on us. Hello. But you're gonna struggle a tiny bit to find that momentum back in your favor when there's just constant visual clutter really happening, and you're not the one causing it. You know, it's a little bit more jarring. So otherwise, still very well played. And that first game was absolutely insane. Very close, could have gone anyone's way. It just kind of came down to really good setups coming in from Fawn otherwise. But that is going to be a 2-0 for Fawn here as she moves on in the bracket for Gay Fusion. Sensei jumping down to losers, which makes losers division a lot crazier, I must say. If I saw Sensei, I'd be like, damn, what happened? I don't want to be losers anymore.
No, but this is just this just really speaks to the level of talent that you have in an event like Fusion. You can have such a big name like Sensei in losers bracket just so that everyone else in that bracket is man, I can't believe I have to fight Sensei in order to get out a loser. Isn't that crazy?
It's oh, why did I enter today? It's only supposed to be a little a little cute 40-man bracket. Why do I have XPR players in my losers path right now? It is not early for all that, but otherwise, yeah, this was just really good. Really, really great sets we had so far on stream. It has been an absolute pleasure so far. I mean, again, as a reminder, we had Rory on stream, we had Piranha Plant, we've had ᶠᵃ, we've had Inkling. We have so many really interesting characters that you don't really see in other regions as often. Tri-State is a very special one because we're 3 states in 1. We're cheating a little bit, but because we have such a big plethora of character specialists and people who are so